We got us a crazy, crazy one, man. So apparently, a mother finds out her 12-year-old boy is supposedly a murderer. So we finna get into this reaction, man. That's enough talking.
Stop believing them! They're my son! Stop believing them! Be honest, baby. It's okay.
Because you're gonna feel so much better. You're gonna feel so much better.
When they pull this GPS, will it show that you were at home in your bed, or will it show that you were somewhere else? That's the question that was asked. You don't know?
Oh my God.
That's serious.
You gonna kill my family. What am I supposed to do?
Robert, you don't understand that you're just as guilty if you know who did it and you're not saying nothing. That's guilty by association.
I don't know. Snitching on everybody. If I was gonna get charged, why did you make me stay?
I said I don't know.
My life is ruined.
When the bodies of 3 teenagers were discovered over a period of several
It's
days
about to
in
get
the same
spicy. Like I said,
neighborhood in
I'm seeing
Marion
other
County,
people react to
Florida,
it, so we finna
the
get into
police
this reaction.
didn't know what to
See
think.
what happened, man.
This would set the tone for the rest of the case, as the emerging suspects all seemed intent on blaming each other. The identity of the alleged perpetrator, along with the motive for the heartless murders, turned out to be more alarming than anyone wanted to believe. The police first learned that something was terribly wrong just before midnight on March 30th, 2023, when they received this 911 call.
There's a girl laying in front of my road and she's dying.
Oh,
Okay, is she awake?
She's dying. I don't know. She's bleeding out of her head. She's gargling on her blood.
You need to turn her on her side so she doesn't choke, okay?
It doesn't matter what side, like on what side?
No, just turn her on her side so she doesn't choke on the blood, okay?
Oh, God.
Yo, this don't sound good already, man.
No.
Okay, is she breathing?
She's breathing.
Oh.
Do you know how far they are?
I don't have an ETA, but they are on the way, okay?
Deputies from the Marion County Sheriff's Department arrived moments before the ambulance. While paramedics rushed to try to save the victim, the deputies tried to get a grasp on the chaotic scene.
I mean, this seems crazy.
Within 5 minutes of the ambulance arriving, the victim was on her way to the nearest hospital. The Sheriff's Department was left to pick apart the seemingly inexplicable scene.
She's not responsive? No, not responsive. No, there's no ID, no nothing.
Young girl, older girl?
Younger girl. The shoe's right there, and that's been moved.
She was right there, right?
Yeah. There's blood everywhere. I was not expecting that.
Damn, what
I
the
thought it was
hell?
gonna be BS, honestly.
Yeah, I immediately thought she had got, like, hit by a car.
Oh.
And I seen the big, but I've never seen an exit wound in a head.
Yeah.
That
So I
is,
wasn't
that's
aware-
crazy.
Oh, yeah. She's laying down. It's all pulled out. I mean, it was
And she was still breathing?
rapid breathing.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Man, was they able to save the shorty?
Yeah, more than likely. I mean, if she did, that's wild.
When police made contact with the 911 caller, they learned that he was just as confused about the situation as the deputies. He only became aware that something was amiss when he got a call from his neighbor across the street.
You didn't hear nothing
She
at all?
told me it sounded like someone crashed into my dumpster, and then there was like 2 shots.
The neighbor in question made her way over to talk to the deputies directly.
What y'all
Unfortunately,
think, man? What
what
y'all
she
think?
said only served to make the situation even more mysterious.
So, around what time did you hear? You said it sounded like a gun, like a...
Yeah, it wasn't a loud gunshot. I would say about 20, 30 minutes ago. It wasn't a loud gunshot, but I heard about 4 or 5. And I kind of blew it off casually, and then I just looked out of my window because I did think it was strange with it, how late it was. And I saw the car run into the dumpster. Mm-hmm. And once I seen the car run into the dumpster, I stepped out my door, and I seen a man run out of the car towards down the road, towards my yard, and I yelled at him, "What the fuck were you doing?" And then I seen him run back towards the car, take a minute, and I was calling him because it was his dumpster, and I seen him skirt off into the neighborhood.
Did you see if anybody was in? Was it only one? Was there
I
several
only
people?
seen one person running, and it was a male. It had a male figure, had a hat on. I want to say he was like 5 foot, maybe.
Damn, he a little
but
nigga.
it was only one dude running down the road.
This once again tracked with the
Oh,
evidence,
yeah,
as police found several sets of footprints at the scene.
Did you hear the crash first, or did you hear what sounded like
I heard the gunshots first.
Where did you?
The deputies closed down the main entrances and exits to the Forest Lakes Park neighborhood, hoping to catch the alleged shooter as he attempted to flee. Unfortunately, the area was heavily wooded, with plenty of places to hide and lots of back roads.
I mean, it's about the
This made for a
back
difficult
roads in the
search for
South, bro,
police
especially in the swamps,
and
bro.
an easy getaway for the alleged perpetrator. Meanwhile, the hospital where the victim was being treated was able to provide some help in that regard. They identified the girl as 16-year-old Layla Silvernail. Her grandparents, who were her legal guardians, were understandably distraught. Detectives first made contact with her grandfather, Kenneth.
Layla was found, she was apparently with a gunshot wound, and she was taken to the hospital. So that's part of the reason why we came here, was to let you know about her status, but we also wanted to know any information that you had about who she was with yesterday, who she hanged out with.
What's she in the hospital for?
She has a gunshot wound.
Huh? She was shot. You're kidding.
No, that's what I told you.
This is what I've been trying to tell her. You're hanging around with a crew.
Kenneth hurried to the back of the house to get his wife, Lisa. Layla's grandmother only seemed to become more distressed when the detectives tried to ask her questions.
Lisa, come here.
Here she go crying, bro. That's sad,
Lisa,
bro.
have a seat right here.
Sad as hell.
Will she be okay? She's going to be at the hospital. I don't know anything. That's why I said talk to you.
I'm the victim advocate, okay? I'm here for you. Have a seat for us. We need some information so we can find out who did this, okay?
I'd like to know, too.
We need to know, and I will shoot
that pain. That ain't funny, but failure though.
Where was she shot at? Does anybody know anything?
She was shot in the head. Listen.
And you blame her though?
That's all we have right now, okay?
Calm her down.
The situation was actually more horrifying than Lisa knew. Early on March 31st, the morning after the shooting, the police stumbled upon the last thing they were expecting. Just blocks away from the crime scene where Layla was found, police discovered a second victim, also suffering from a gunshot wound. There was little doubt that the two cases were connected, which made the search for the shooter all the more urgent. Back with Layla's grandparents, the detectives desperately tried to find out who might have been with Layla that night. Since they'd already found two victims, they had to wonder if more of her friends were hurt, or in danger too.
Lisa, look at me. Who was she with yesterday?
She came here with, and I'm going to tell you everything, because I don't like the people she hangs around with anyway.
Okay, that's what we need.
Lisa said Layla was almost always with her boyfriend, 17-year-old Michael Hodo. She also directed the police to Layla's best friend, who might have more information about her activities the day before the shooting. Another name came up too, and it was one police were already familiar with.
And then that runaway girl, Camille.
Okay.
Again somewhere.
She was with her too yesterday.
Camille Quarles, 16, had been reported as a runaway by her aunt and legal guardians several weeks prior. It was an open secret that she'd been staying with Layla at her grandparents' house, but no one had successfully brought her home yet. When police made contact with Camille's aunt, Amy, she was not shy about expressing her frustration with the investigation.
I did call it in this morning to ask somebody to go through there, and nobody has called me back. I've called 5 or 6 times a day since she's been gone.
Even worse, Amy's son was hearing all kinds of gossip about the case at school. People were saying Camille had also been shot. The names of the victims and the location of the crime was seemingly common knowledge. Disturbingly, police had not yet confirmed if Camille was involved. Also, they'd not yet released the names of the victims or the location, which meant whoever was spreading this information had to be involved.
And there was another body discovered this morning in that neighborhood.
Okay.
I want to know if it's my child.
Okay, the second person is not Camille. I can't identify who that person is, but it's not her.
The identity of the second victim only made the case more dire, especially in regards to Camille's safety. Frustratingly, the police were still in the dark about most of the lead up to the crime, up until they got in touch with Layla's best friend, Gabby. She was more forthcoming and told the detectives that she'd spent the day with Layla and her boyfriend, Michael Hodo, and several other teens who would soon become an integral part of the case.
Was there anybody else in the car other than you, Layla, anytime during the day?
Camille was there.
This was the second
Camille was
statement
there.
placing Camille at the scene of the crime, but disturbingly, there was still no sign of her. Prior to the shooting, Camille's aunt said she'd caught sight of her at the park once or twice and kept a close eye on her Instagram feed to see what she was up to.
If you spotted your niece at the park a couple times, why you didn't go get the girl? Like, I'm gonna just keep an eye on her social media. Like, and you wonder why these kids be out here doing what the hell they want to do.
Since the night of the 30th, though, it had been radio silence. Back with the detectives, Layla's friend recounted their travels throughout the day, and who else was with the group.
We went to Rob's. We went to, like, I don't know if it's abandoned. Do you know what a trap house is?
Yeah. What the hell is Rob?
Okay, so apparently, like, this kid Rob, I don't know him personally, but they do.
Okay.
They're, like, friends or whatever, and we went over there and we chilled over there.
Significantly, Gabby said that Layla had been the one driving all day, but the only sign of her vehicle, a white Chevy Cruze, was a tire track left at the crime scene. The police hoped that finding the vehicle would offer some insight into what happened the night Layla was shot.
Do you know his last name or anything else about Rob?
No, I don't really know if Rob is, like, his real name or not, because I know some people know him as Reaper, Rob, and stuff like that. So,
Was anyone else there at the house besides the three of you and Rob?
well, there was this kid 3-5, but I don't know his real name.
3-5.
What's 3-5 look like?
I don't know. He's 12. He's a little kid.
12-year-old?
Detectives knew they needed to track down Rob and 3-5. They started with Rob, who they believed to be 17-year-old Robert Robinson, who was already incarcerated at a juvenile detention facility for a different offense.
There had to be some niggas. Huh?
When detectives asked him about 3-5, he directed them to a boy named Christopher Atkins.
He already told.
Shockingly, Gabby was right. He was only 12 years old.
My little nigga, 12 years old.
Since Chris and Rob were both minors, their mothers were asked to join them at the police station before any conversations took place. Chris's mother, Ashley, was the first to arrive.
Why she?
I don't understand. Where the hell is my son? If he being questioned, why the fuck I'm not in there?
She came out to the police station like that. It's crazy. She ain't put on no clothes or nothing.
Which state is it on? Where's my son?
He's in the room right here.
They talking to him?
No, we got to do better.
Their stuff together.
It seems she wasn't convinced they weren't already questioning him, because Ashley did her best to hear what was going on in the other room.
Like, look how she. I know they just came and got her, but like, bro, she could at least
After
put on some
almost
pants
2
or something
hours of
and a
waiting,
jacket.
she was finally escorted to the next room to join Chris, who was visibly trembling.
I know he cold. I know he cold inside that motherfucker.
Absolutely. Did you want another jacket? That's okay. Are you sure? You look like you're cold. Let me get you.
You say you have 4 siblings? Okay. You guys get along okay in the house?
The detectives set about gradually breaking the ice with Chris, all the time appearing hyper-aware that he was only 12 years old.
This little nigga 12.
After taking all necessary precautions, like making both Chris and his mother aware of their rights, and establishing on record that Chris knew the difference between right and wrong, they finally got to the issue at hand.
So, Chris, what I'd like to start with talking to you about is, and like I said, I just want you to be honest with us. I'd like you to talk to me about last Thursday night.
First, we made something to eat. Then we watched TV. Then I went to sleep for a little bit. And I heard something outside. I opened the door. There was nothing outside now. I think I went to sleep.
So I think what you just told me was what you probably had rehearsed in your mind several times to tell a police officer if you ever had to talk about that.
He hella did. He already done came up with what he's ready to say, bro. It's well
Thursday night. Because sitting here and talking to you,
anyway, he just came up with that all off the bat.
And knowing that you have these siblings, you're probably in sort of an embarrassing and shameful position. If you are sorry for what happened, repent for it and start from the very beginning and go to the very end without me having to pull it from you. Because somebody that I have to pull each individual action from, that tells me that they don't really want to say what they did wrong, that they don't feel bad for it.
Reaper down there has been super honest.
This nigga named Reaper.
He, took him a minute to get comfortable with me, and
He's told me everything down to details that only he would know.
Hey, that's one thing. Hey, when they get you in the interrogation room, bro, they gonna try to do that. They don't know. He don't know what's being said. I ain't like I said. I ain't condoning, trying to say don't snitch, but like, bro, that's the police tactics, bro. They get you in the room and start saying such and such said that and da 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 da, and so you can start telling what's going on.
And
that's involved that nobody else would know.
Some of the details, he points finger at you.
17-year-old Rob, also known by the concerning moniker Reaper, was also being questioned. Just like Chris, Rob and his mom Erica were both advised of their Miranda rights before the interrogation commenced.
I'm trying to bring the best way to say this to you guys. We're investigating several different incidents that occurred over the last couple of weeks.
Okay.
One being a theft of side-by-side. One being the theft of, a burglary. We're investigating a robbery, and we're investigating a murder. Okay?
Look at he's trying to act like he's surprised, cuz. Look at this nigga, bro.
The first ones you named is believable. The last one you named is not. You don't have the heart to keep it up. I know that for a fact.
Okay. What'd you do on Thursday all day?
I mean, I was home all day. Like, I was home all Thursday.
Okay. Who were you with? Did anybody come over?
Inside them 4 walls.
Did we hang out with anybody? Did you go anywhere with anybody?
I didn't go nowhere. Came over at like 1 o'clock.
What'd you guys do then?
The hell is Sosa?
We was chilling. Literally, like, we were just chilling.
Okay. Was anybody with Sosa at the time? How did he get to your house? Things like that?
Sosa drove to my house. It was him, Landon, Layla, and there was another girl with them. I don't know her name.
Sosa was a nickname that Layla's boyfriend, 17-year-old Michael, used. Michael's father had last seen him about 6:30 last night, around the same time Gabby said she parted ways with the group.
That ain't good.
Landon was another local boy who police determined didn't know anything that would aid the investigation.
Okay.
As for the unnamed girl, the police likely wondered if she could be the missing Camille, and why she hadn't been seen or heard from since.
Did you go anywhere after 6:30, Rob?
Oh, why do y'all keep asking that?
I just
want to keep asking because we've been working on our investigations for several
days. What do y'all think happened, bro? I'm telling you,
you understand?
In the house
you understand
that night. Like I only seen Sosa one time that day.
Rob, we know you were out of the house after 6:30. Okay.
Oh, you get nervous when you start fidgeting.
We know you were with 7 o'clock p.m.
Thanks to CCTV footage, police believed that Rob, along with others in the friend group, had been involved in the theft of a vehicle and an armed robbery that night. As serious as these crimes were,
on camera,
they
bro.
paled in comparison to what police believed happened later. Back in the room with Chris, his mother tried to make him understand the severity of the situation.
Me, bro. It's 12, bro.
If you ain't, now's the time. Now's the whole story. You know you left out of the house Thursday when I told you not to. And you finna speak. You better talk right now.
Reaper's already told us what.
And that's the thing, bro. Like you said, bro. And all they said, you can try to steer your kids in the right direction, bro. But if the kid ain't gonna listen to you, bro, they gonna do what they gonna want to do.
What the plan was that night. So there's
the parent can teach you, tell the kid to do what they want them to do all they want, but it's up to the kid if they want to listen or not.
To be honest, and to come forth and tell us what happened and why it happened.
He knocked on the window.
When you say he, I never want to guess. Who's he?
Reaper, a.k.a. Rob, took a lot of convincing before he opened up.
Rob, right now you're protecting KTM and your buddies. You need to think about protecting yourself.
The disturbing meaning behind KTM will be revealed in due time.
Okay.
For now, the fact that the police knew about the mysterious phrase was enough to get Rob talking, albeit reluctantly.
Was that the else?
When you saw, when you were with, who was with y'all?
It was me. 3-5. Layla was there. And that was it.
The police knew by now that there were more people at the house than just Chris, Rob, Michael, and Layla.
Did you go anywhere with them that night?
No, I ain't go nowhere with them. I just told you. I swear to God, was at the house. They said they was finna leave. I went back home. Actually, Mom, I didn't come in until like late. I didn't come in till after 7 anyways.
You don't know what time you came home. Now,
you know what that Mulaka at 7:10.
What I'm saying is, you don't know what time you came home because you defy your curfew so much. You don't know what time you came in. It might have been 8 o'clock. It might have been 7:30. It might have, you know what I'm saying? So you don't know. What I'm saying is, if you know something that they're trying to get out of you, I don't give a who your friends are, who you trying to protect. I gotta get to work, and I'm sick of dealing with this jail. Cause you choose to have friends. You need to be honest.
Unfortunately for Rob, the police already knew that he was still holding back the dark details of what he got up to that night.
What about a cell phone? Do you own that phone?
Yeah, I own that phone. So do you all want permission to check the location?
That would be great. Yeah. That would be great.
No.
Oh, they can check my phone. They might find
They're not.
If you ain't doing nothing, bro.
Your phone for anything else.
So you're certain that your phone GPS will keep you at your house that night?
Are you? So we gon' no.
I can just tell you, I really don't know nothing about no murder. That is the truth. I don't know nothing about no murder, and I was not there with no murder.
That's not what they asked, though. That's not what they asked. What they asked was, when they pull this GPS, will it show that you were at home in your bed, or will it show that you were somewhere else?
Will it show?
That's the question that was asked.
Will it show, Mr. Reaper?
You don't know?
I don't know what y'all want me to do. Like, I'm telling you stuff.
They want you to tell them I'm lying, and I'm telling them the truth. And you sit there going with them. Stop believing them. They are not your son. Stop believing them. Oh, no, I was not there. Like, I didn't say it.
Hell no. Hey, bro, I'm trying to. Hey, when you get behind on 4 walls, boy, hey, it gets spooky in that mug, boy. That's why you niggas better stay out the streets. You little niggas better stop it. Well, you YNs better get out of there.
First and foremost, you lie so much, I don't know what to
believe on me.
You didn't burn the bridge that's been gone. Let's get that understood. But what I'm saying is, you so quick to want to protect people, and let me finish.
Protecting.
You so quick to want to protect people, don't want to snitch, want to be cool this and cool that, and not be known as a is in the paperwork and all of this, that you're willing to sit here and go down.
This shit ain't funny, but it's funny, man. Because this is real life. I ain't gonna lie. My mama gonna leave me in that motherfucker. Like, I love her to death, though, but I already know my mama coming, though.
That you didn't do it, but you're gonna be guilty by association because you don't want to tell who the did it. That's the problem.
You gonna tell me you did the crime, you do the time.
I did not kill nobody.
Somebody you know do it.
Like, what the
No, I don't know nothing about no murder. I don't know nothing about no murder.
And if you lying, you standing on this island by yourself.
Me, mama, I don't blame you, mama.
Because they have a way to tell if you're lying.
The best way to tell if Rob was lying was Chris, who was still in the room next door. He was sharing a bit more than Rob, and some key differences in their statements stood out already.
There'll always be a difference in stories, too.
He's not going to, with me, I swear to God, he's not going to, I didn't do anything.
I swear to God on something.
Who did?
I don't understand why you keep lying. And then you go back.
It's going to be a snitch. It doesn't matter. Kill me. It don't matter. That is a snitch and I will die. This is not no joke. You would die. Like, you would die for snitching out here. People die for that. Real talk. Mama, people get popped and killed for snitching.
We're talking about life sentences here.
On me, nigga, you getting a life sentence. You
really just listen. Your actions and
I mean, if I ain't do nothing, nigga, I ain't gonna lie. Y'all call me sometimes. If I ain't do nothing,
I didn't kill anybody. Is slowly killing me. I should just pause. Let me talk. I'm supposed to be at work right now. I just took a promotion.
And meanwhile, your dumb ass out here doing.
All the that you are doing, or the people you hang with, or just any of that
Nigga, I thought your name was the Reaper, bro.
That you killed
Supposed to be
anyone.
tough behind the
You
walls,
understand
nigga.
that you're just as guilty if you know who did it and you're not saying nothing. That's guilty by association. Like, what part of that is not clicking for you?
I don't get why, like, it's guilty by association, bro. Like, why niggas don't be understanding that, bro? Like I said, you can be the driver. And you was there on that skit, you're going down. Like,
If you know who killed these kids, then you need to tell him.
Some part of this tirade must have made an impression, because at
Why
long
does
last, Rob shared his version of events.
Taj killed all three of them.
oh, who Taj?
Okay.
He told
Tell
me
me
he
about
did it. Hey, what Mike Epps
Were
say
you
when
there?
What Mike Epps say when they dropped their head, they wasn't ready to tell. He said, Taj killed all three of them.
The whole story?
Who is Taj?
Were you there?
The whole story.
Let him talk.
I say the whole story.
Tell me the whole story.
Rob just mentioned 3 victims, but the detectives had so far only asked him about 2. Not only did this grab their attention, but they likely suspected that the Taj that Rob mentioned was 16-year-old Taj Bruton, with whom they were already
nigga look like he
acquainted due
did
to
it.
previous cases. Unfortunately, this didn't mean they knew where to find him. Several weeks earlier, Taj cut off his ankle monitor and went on the run. The detectives would focus on this after they got more of the story from Chris, who picked up the story after he said Rob, aka Reaper, knocked on his window.
Okay, Reaper knocks on the window.
He knocks on the window. He said, "Come on, we finna go see some girls or something." Then we went out, and this girl and the boy picked us up. I don't know what. This girl and this boy.
Describe.
From Rob's statement, the police believe this had to be Michael and Layla. He made no mention of Camille, however, even when he explained
So
where
where the hell is
everyone was
Camille
sitting
at
in
then?
Layla's car. The seating arrangement would be crucial later. Layla was driving, Michael was in the passenger seat, while Chris and Rob were in the back seat. But they weren't alone.
Then somebody came in the car. I don't know what his name. It was like somebody in all black.
Okay. And how does this person look? I know you said he's wearing dark colored clothes, right? I heard you say that.
Ski mask on too. Yeah.
I'm telling you what, if somebody got in the car wearing a ski mask, I'd be like, what is going on?
But that didn't appear to be Chris's response,
12
and the
years old,
detectives
bro?
likely had a horrible inkling as to why.
Yeah, I looked at Rob. I was like, I thought we were gonna see some girls. He's like, yeah. I was like,
So you tell me y'all told the little 12-year-old probably thought he's about to go get his Peter Whacker wet. You know, y'all about to go see some girls, he about to get his Peter Whacker wet. Meanwhile, it's about to turn to a whole nother situation. Man, you niggas, boy, y'all niggas is bad influences and ain't shit, bro.
Then we kept driving.
Got this 12-year-old boy
Throughout
in this
his
situation.
interrogation, Chris would only refer to the man in the ski mask as the X-Man. Luckily, Rob had already revealed the identity of their companion.
Yeah, you're telling.
As soon as Taj came out, that was the first thing he told me, like, we knocking on. We knocking out. I was like, nah, bro, I ain't even trying to do all that.
It took a little more persuading, but Rob eventually told the police that they could find Taj at his girlfriend's house. They picked him up and brought him to the station after they finished talking to Chris and Rob. But instead of clearing up the questions detectives had, Taj made everything more confusing. He said everything was Rob's idea.
I'm sitting right next to him, and he whispered in my ear, he was like, bro, I'm finna rob these tonight, bro. I look at him like, what you mean you finna rob these tonight? He's like, bro, so saying, like, look, bro, they got a pound of weed, they got some money, bro. And if they don't go for it, I'm gonna kill them. That's exactly how he said. At this point, I'm frantic,
bro.
But I can't, like, if I tell Sosa, right, Rob's sitting right next to me, so therefore he's gonna shoot me. So I'm sitting here, I'm scared as hell, so I'm like, I ain't got no choice but to just sit here and just, it is what it is.
Rob told detectives that it was the other way around.
It was so random. Like, he just said he wanted to knock him off. I'm not thinking he's serious, though. Like, at the time, when he first said it, if you would have seen his face, like, right, he was laughing. Like, if I would have really thought he was finna kill, like, I wouldn't have got back in that car. I would have stayed right there and called my mom and be like, can you come get me? I didn't think he was serious until when the car started slowing down and I seen him up the gun.
Rob said that Taj did this because he wanted to take Michael's firearm. Over in Chris's interrogation room, his story aligned with Rob's. for now.
What triggered him to just start shooting? I'm trying to figure out. Is something in between that you're not saying?
Because I think the person that the white guy, I think they said he had a lot of money or something.
Oh, so it was set up as a robbery. Okay, now we get.
You niggas done. Why do y'all do this, bro? Why do y'all turn a robbery into a murder, bro? Like, I don't be understanding it. You niggas be crazy, bro. Bro.
Getting somewhere. Okay. So they were setting up to rob the man.
Did Reaper mention that to you? That something was going to be set up or anything?
He didn't even know. Like, all I heard was pow. Then like, I thought somebody was shooting at us, so I hopped out the car. Ran.
I'm looking. Boom! Boom!
Once again.
Like, bro, just rob the motherfucker, bro. If you got a gun to his head, bro. If he turn around and pop you, so be it happen, bro. But why do y'all niggas be turning robberies into murder, bro? Like, y'all niggas be crash dummies, bro. Like, it don't make no sense. Like, y'all didn't kill these, like, over some weed. That's why they be out here on people ask for weed now, because you dumbass crash outs like y'all.
Again, Taj's version was a
little
little
different.
different.
For some weed, they gotta turn into a murder.
Layla got shot by Rob because that was diagonal. It was crazy.
Just like that. It took 2 shots. It wasn't no more than that. It took 2 shots to kill both of them.
The police knew at least part of this was true. Who shot who was yet to be determined. But tragically, they'd confirmed the second victim as Layla's boyfriend, Michael Hodo.
Okay.
He was in the grass by the side of the road,
found him in the grass.
just blocks away from Layla. He was deceased when police found him. Michael's father had a heartbreaking reaction when he found out that his son would not be coming home.
My son's dead, isn't he?
I'm sorry to be the one to tell you.
I know that pain. I don't wish that pain on nobody's son or family or parents, bro. For real. That's crazy, bro.
We have to talk. We have to find this out. This is to go find out who did this to Sam.
I'll find him when I kill him and kill him.
Oh, B, bro, you feel like I don't blame him, bro. That's crazy, bro.
While Michael's family reeled from the devastating news, Chris continued with his upsetting story about Michael's final moments.
And you said he shot this white guy first?
Yeah, the white guy was like sitting like this. And like,
where'd he shoot him at?
Like right here.
And the gun was pressed up against his head? Is that what you're?
I think it was like.
Okay. And then what about the white girl that's driving? Tell me about that.
He turned the gun and shot her.
Where'd he shoot
They
her
didn't even
at?
see it coming, bro.
I don't know.
Rob agreed, which would soon become increasingly rare.
Where did he shoot Layla?
No, I think it was headshots.
On the other hand, Taj put the blame back on his two companions.
He put it back on.
I know he shot Sosa in the back of the head. I seen that happen. I seen Rob try to shoot her, right? And when he tried to shoot her, he shot her, and then his gun didn't go off, so he reloaded it again and shot her.
All the contradictions temporarily aside, Chris added another.
What? His gun didn't. Man, boy, I would have heard. Hey, ain't no way they didn't hear that gun get cocked again, bro. I don't know what the music was playing or something, but ain't no way they didn't hear that gun get cocked again. I would have looked and tried to get up out of there, bro. I would have pew, or told Shorty to crash this motherfucker.
Another
or something.
disturbing detail.
Did he see it coming?
No, it was like.
Me, he didn't see it coming.
Okay. Did he have any time to defend himself?
No, but Taj just upped him and shot him in the head.
At this point, police were still searching Forest Lakes Park for evidence. Now that they knew the shooting had occurred in Layla's car, it was more important than ever to find the vehicle. Most of all, though, they were looking for any sign of
where's Camille at?
They hoped to find her
Where's this girl
alive,
at?
but the police were likely aware that, like Layla, she could be seriously injured and in need of medical attention.
We done got to the meat and potatoes.
If that
like,
was
as
the
people
case,
say.
every passing moment decreased her chance of survival. For the time being, though, her family was left in an exhausting state of limbo. The situation was made infinitely worse by rumors that Camille had been caught up in the shooting. Frustratingly, the police still had no concrete answers for her family. They had to hope that Chris, Rob, and Taj would ultimately provide an explanation. They got even closer when Chris continued with more of the story, but once again, the details started to get shaky.
Was the car driving whenever they got shot?
No, it was just like, it stopped, and then, like, it kept going, like, and I hopped out the car and kept going.
So he was the one that was running, because the lady described a 5 foot. So.
Like, to a dumpster.
Did you get back in the car?
Yeah, I got back.
I mean, did you want to get back in the car, or did you not? No, you didn't want to.
Hell no,
okay,
want to get
what
back
made
in.
you get back in that car? Explain to me that.
Because he had a gun, I thought he was going to get shooting at me, because if I was just with him and he just killed somebody.
Well, he gonna kill me?
He probably gonna kill me too, because he think I was gonna snitch.
On the contrary, Rob said that he was the one who jumped out of the car.
When he shot Layla, I got out the car because the blood started dripping. I ain't wanted to get on me.
Taj claimed the same thing.
I get out of the car, they still shooting because it was like 4 to 6 shots. I don't know exactly how many shots it was, but it was a couple shots, bro. So at this point, we hear this lady. This lady is over there like, I'm running. I'm trying to hide in the forest. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. I'm trying to call Spring, everything. So this lady, hey, what's going on over there? He sees me, or I guess he ran back over there. Rob run over here. And he's like,
so
hey,
they all ran out, got out the car and ran.
So I'm like, I'm going to just do what you tell me to do. I just want to go home. So
the only thing that this established was that at least one of the boys had gotten out of the car. But this wasn't news.
I think it was
as the
Trish,
woman who saw the
the
car hit the dumpster also told police that she saw a male figure running around shortly after she heard gunshots and saw the crash. The detectives decided not to challenge the boys on this front for now and pushed for the truth on more important matters instead. They started with Rob.
What happened to Layla? Where did they...
I don't know. Taj threw Layla out the car and hopped in the driver's seat and started driving.
Rob said Taj repeated the process a short time later.
He done tried to discard the bodies, bro.
Body out the car, patted him down the cannon. He grabbed the cannon, got back in the driver's seat, and he drove off.
Was that next to Layla where she was pulled out?
No, it was in a different spot.
This made sense to police because the second crime scene, where Michael's body was found, didn't have much blood. There were, however, what appeared to be drag marks leading from the road towards the brush where the body lay.
Did you help take... I ain't touch nobody. I ain't touch a body. I ain't touch nothing. I swear to God, I ain't touch nothing.
Hey, bro, he had nothing to do with nothing, bro.
Take me home.
Yet Taj said that wasn't how it happened.
Rob drives. He pulled Layla out of the car. That's why she got left by the dumpster. He starts driving. He's driving. We go around the corner. He goes over to Sosa. Sosa had, I think, in his pocket somewhere on him. So he pulled Sosa out of the car. He just dragged him over in some woods or something.
And were you driving the car?
No, I was not driving the car. Yeah.
The detectives asked Chris similar questions.
Who was driving the car, Chris?
Did you pull her out of the car?
What is Rob doing during all this?
He was saying that.
I believe he was the one that was running.
What's he saying?
He was like, oh. He was like, go.
And what happened next?
Yeah. And he drove all the way out there in Ottawa. And he tried to put a thing in the river, but I think got stuck or something.
Oh.
The thing? What thing are you talking about?
Yeah, what's the thing?
Okay.
Once again, the detectives already had information that would let them know if one of the boys was lying. The search of Forest Lakes Park had finally paid off, leading police to another grisly and tragic discovery. Taj picked up the story again to tell his version of what they did with Layla's car.
So it must be in
When
Florida.
we get over here to this lake, it's dark as hell.
In Florida.
He got out of the car. Rob tells him, hey, start wiping everything down. So he started wiping everything down. He's wiping everything down. The door handles, everything. He's wiping everything down. So after he started wiping everything down, Rob takes Layla's phone and Sosa's phone or whoever phones he found in that bit, throw him in the lake, throw him in the lake.
The lake in question turned out to be 5.5 miles or 8.8 kilometers outside Forest Lakes Park.
So it was in a
but
whole
police had no question that this was the scene they were looking for. When they dredged the lake, they recovered the 2 phones from the water, which were determined to be Michael and Layla's. But this
Where the hell is
wasn't the only
Camille
evidence
at?
they found. Taj attempted to explain what was found as he continued his story, starring Rob as the mastermind of the crime.
I believe Taj, he the one who put this all together. And he just trying to blame it on them other, like they not gonna go to jail for it.
If I get in the car, drive the car into the lake, for whatever reason.
When the detectives asked Chris, though, he said he was nowhere near the car at that point.
Were you in the car when it was going in the river? Or?
Yeah, I was out. I was trying to run back to my house.
You were out of the car. What was Rob doing?
I don't know. I left. I was running back to my house.
What did he say he did with the car after that then?
I didn't ask all of that. I didn't ask that.
What about the guns that were used?
I don't know where those at either.
Oh, it's barely in the lake. Okay. Like when he drives, it might be the two front tires in the lake. It might be a little bit more in the hood, but the back of the car, all that is still out of the lake.
That was exactly how the police discovered the car.
Crazy.
What they found inside was more gruesome than they had ever anticipated.
Where's
Back with
Camille?
Chris, he continued his tale.
Describe to me the clothes that you were wearing that night when all these bad things happened. What happened to them?
They wanted us to burn them.
Who wanted you to burn them?
Reaper.
Did you have blood or something on
So
them?
Reaper decided it was the mastermind behind burning the clothes. Okay.
No,
Are you sure?
I don't think so.
Like Detective Bender said, we processed that car front to back, top to bottom, bottom to top 3 times. 3 days worth of actual forensic work, several forensic people. I don't think you could have sat anywhere in that car and not got blood on you.
Well, me, especially from my blood.
I think it was from my shoe.
I'm standing over here scared as like I think it's blood all over me, but it's dark, so I don't know. But I think it's blood all over me.
Rob said burning the clothes was all Taj. Taj, of course, said it was Rob.
But Chris
Regardless of who
said
had
it was
the idea,
Rob's.
the police found the remains of clothing in a burn pile in the forest, including pieces of shoes, sweatpants, and sweatshirts. However, this was not the only clothing item the police discovered intact. Chris's shoes, which he described as Nike slides, were found discarded in the bushes, and a single glove was found near Michael's body. Another was found near the lake.
Niggas out here
The
doing
police
hits,
asked
and
Taj
doing
about
robbery,
this.
murders, and,
So were you wearing
and
gloves at
slides.
this time? Like,
Yes,
It's
I was wearing
crazy.
gloves, 'cause like I said, I was supposed to go hit.
And what about Rob?
Rob was wearing gloves too. Yeah, Rob was wearing gloves.
Taj revealed that the original plan was for the group to go car hopping that night, which was why he was wearing gloves and a
30 on
ski
him,
mask. But police had to wonder if there was a
And
far
that Schmitty.
darker reason the boys brought these items. For now, the detectives wrapped up the conversation with Rob.
Do you feel a little better now that you were honest? Did you need to get that off your chest?
Worse. Now I feel like I just snitched on everybody.
The detective stepped out, but little did Rob know that his night at the
This
police
nigga still
station
talking
was
about
far
snitching
from
part,
over.
bro. You in
There
deeper
was a
water
lot
than that,
more
my
that he
nigga.
needed to fess up to,
You
but
out here
for
talking
now,
about snitching,
he was
bro.
left
You
alone
cook
with his mother.
regardless.
I'm gonna charge you because you were there and you didn't
Shit,
come
Mike, he is getting
come
charged.
forward. I'm talking about when it happened.
I just told him everything.
I'm just letting you know, Rob. You don't
I'm gonna get
understand.
charged for murder. I
don't know.
Snitching on everything. You was gonna get charged.
Oh,
Why
shit.
I said I don't know.
What's the point of snitching?
Man, this shit
We're
should be
gonna
as funny
ask
as
you
it is, though.
to step out now.
In there.
Mama. Wait,
Mama.
Hey, is my mama still here? Wait, mama.
Talk to me. Give me.
Okay,
She's talking with someone.
can you see if they do charge me? Can you see if she can give me a lawyer? I didn't kill anybody.
Hey, relax.
Can you ask her, please?
Rob waited, asking the detective stationed at the door several times to bring his mother back, but she had left to go back to work. Before she did, she
Mama
informed
said-
police that she did not
Mama said she tired of missing work for your dumb ass. Now you, boy.
want Rob answering any more questions without a lawyer present.
Look at that nigga walking around.
Rob was not on board with this
Come on,
plan.
boy, you cook.
Is my mama still up there? Hold on. How can I get charged?
I'm sorry for laughing, bro. This is funny.
Listen,
Can you explain it to me?
Nigga, bro, this is what you get
we
yourself into.
we're taking the DNA, okay?
While the police took Rob's DNA, fingerprints, and photos, he continued to ask them how it was possible that he would be charged with murder.
Because you was there.
Can I tell you the situation, please?
Listen. Let them do the thing. Your mama's not here yet. We can't talk to you.
She's close?
I don't know how far she got, but she is on her way.
Rob's interrogation might have been on pause, but the conversation with Chris remained in full swing. The questions he faced were about to get a whole lot harder.
They executed a search
That's
warrant on
great,
the house,
like-
which they did collect some.
Like I said, bro, they didn't. they didn't swindle this little, like I said, little bro thought he was gonna hop in the ride and go get this little Peter Whacker wet. Meanwhile, they said he ain't part of a murderer and a robbery, or a robbery turned murder. Like
things, and I'd like to talk to you about those things too. But because you, because it looked like a surprise on that.
Yeah, like what was in my house that got to do with this homicide? And
I will, and I'm going to tell you about that because, like I said, I'm not going to leave anything out.
It's I can tell you, it's pretty damning. I guess I would use that word.
So, are you serious?
Do you own any firearms, ma'am? Does anyone in your home own a firearm?
Nigga done.
Okay, because
they done. Oh my god, this little nigga done took the guns home. Man. Oh my jeez. He just easily influenced. He 12.
Firearms in the house. And I'm sure you guys have watched CSI. Right? We
beam
can
on
take
it too.
a firearm. We can shoot it. That round that you shoot, we can take. And we can put it into a computer
and tell you who got
and actually compare it to other fired casings, like the shell from the bullet. So, how?
You told me who the guns from.
Why would you hold guns from when you know something that dumb just happened? That was stupid.
That was
when
stupid.
Reaper gave you these, you think that they're going to be related to this?
Yeah.
I think so.
Describe to me why you think that.
Because he said, put these up, make sure your mama don't find them.
Why did you take them?
Okay. And the gun that you saw X-Man use, was it either one of those two guns?
I think it was the black one.
Meanwhile, Rob continued to wait.
He the funny. Oh, man, boy, you cook, boy.
Eventually, the detectives did come back to speak with him, since he was insistent on saying more, even though his mother did not return to the station.
All right, so, I explained to you what your mom said on the phone, right? She didn't want us to ask you any more questions while you're present. You reapproached me a couple times, and you said that you wanted to discuss.
Now he want to talk. Now he want to talk everything. Let me tell everything.
Make sure that we're clear that you don't have to answer our question. You don't have to talk to us at this point. But you've stated to me that it's my case. I want to talk to you. Yes.
Because Rob's mom was no longer present, they read him his Miranda rights again. Right off the bat, he admitted to additional involvement.
Taj told me to help him pull the body out of the trunk.
He telling everything now, boy.
He grabs it. He's trying to pull a leg. He was like, "Bro, it's heavy. I need help." So I grabbed one leg. I tried to help. I was like, "Bro, it's too heavy. I don't want to do this." Put the thing down. Left the girl in the trunk because I told him I didn't want to help him. Like
Rob went on to tell a long, rambling tale about selling his gun the day before the crimes took place. The detectives hear him out before dropping a bombshell.
And that's an issue because we have that gun now. It was at 3-5's house. You said you sold it.
I did. That's not my gun. That one's not mine. That's not my gun.
In addition to this, the police strongly suspected Rob had stolen the firearm.
You may tell the truth that you didn't pull a trigger, but you knew this was going to happen.
He had
You knew it was going to happen.
I did not know this.
The detectives had a similar exchange with Taj.
We've sent some of the casings off to be examined already. It's not back, I'll tell you that. Otherwise, we wouldn't probably be having this conversation. That those casings aren't going to come back, like he said, to a third gun.
To a third gun, they shouldn't.
Multiple casings were found at all 3 crime scenes, but especially near the car at the lake. Even if the boys weren't budging on the issue of who shot who, lab tests would reveal the truth in due time.
Where the hell is Camille
In the meantime, the detectives brought up something 2 of the boys in particular were probably dreading.
Let's talk about the trunk.
Let's talk about the trunk.
You looking at the trunk, sir?
There's another part that we haven't talked about.
Trunk?
Mm-hmm.
It was a girl in the trunk. Mm-hmm. And he told me to open the trunk. And he shot her.
Was that the Camille girl?
Where did,
it gotta be her. It gotta be
Where
her.
did he tell you to open the trunk from?
Are you serious right now?
Oh, man.
You told me I was trying from the inside, like the inside.
Okay.
And whenever you pulled that open, tell me about what you saw in there.
All I seen was luggage, and then he said move, and then he shot.
Okay. You said all you saw was luggage?
Luggage, and it was like a girl.
And what part of her body could you see? Could you see her feet, or hair, her hand? Describe to me
I seen hair.
I did not even know it was another person in the trunk at all.
Okay. So you just riding around and she just in there?
Yeah. I mean, we rode around like that before, though.
Just because there ain't no room for all the people?
Just because there ain't
So
no room
Shorty
for all
was
the
in the
people.
trunk?
When you go
Right?
open up that seat.
What
were
the
you thinking
hell?
in your head?
Like, what?
What the hell? Shorty was right.
Am I gonna do? I don't know. I was confused. I was like, I was thinking like there's a person back here.
Did this person say something? Describe to me what you heard. What you heard.
It got to be the Camille, Shorty. I mean, the Camille, the girl.
All I heard was somebody tell me to watch out, and then I heard a gunshot, 2 gunshots.
Tragically, the third victim was determined to be none other than Camille.
What? She
Her
was
body
running
was
around in the truck the
discovered 2
whole
days
time.
after Layla was found on April 1st. Like Chris said, she'd been shot twice. The location of her wounds indicated that her death had been no accident. It was highly unlikely that Camille had been shot once in the back and once in the head by chance.
All kill shots.
As soon as she was identified, law enforcement made contact with her aunt, Amy, for a difficult conversation.
So you probably know why we're here, where we've been investigating the incident that happened Friday involving Layla and the other individual that was found deceased.
You know, it took us a little while because we couldn't positively identify her, so it took us a little while. But, you know, we're certain that it's Camille that is now deceased.
Probably to detective surprise,
This
Amy
is in Florida.
remained stoic. As it turned out, she already knew Camille was deceased.
The grandpa of Layla actually came to my house when I found your card, telling me that Camille was deceased and how are you doing is what he told me. They were talking about
Camille
it at the hospital that
was
Camille was
deceased.
deceased already. I had a mother call me at
the hell did-
midnight last night that, oh yeah, my phone has not stopped.
While Amy tried to come to terms with the loss of her niece.
So this the whole story and crime, bro, that been going around the school and all the kids in the little area, bro, and they done told her, and the auntie already knew her niece was dead already. That's crazy, bro.
The detectives at the police station asked Chris more about the specifics of Camille's murder.
What happened after he shot her?
He closed it, and we left.
How many times did he shoot her?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna.
I think once, twice.
Well, what is it? One
Twice.
Twice? Okay. Do you know what part of her body he shot her?
No, I when I opened it, he go empty, so I looked away.
As if this wasn't horrific enough, Taj put forth an even more disturbing version of events. Predictably, he insisted he was not the shooter.
He put
The
everything.
culprit he named was spine-chilling.
Who folds the seat down?
3-5, because he was on the side, so he hops out of the car, right? He get out of the car, flip the seat down, boom, hit her once. So he shot her once.
Where did he shoot her?
Oh, I don't know. I couldn't see exactly where he shot her at.
The whole time, bro, he been saying he ain't had nothing to do with nothing. He putting it on both of the other dudes.
Oh, and then she's not dead yet. So Rob sees that and he shoots her to make sure she's dead. So Layla got 1 headshot and then Camille got 2 because she wasn't dead yet.
For once, Rob agreed with Taj, at least partially. Before his mom left the police station, he told this to the police.
It was 3-5 that did that. 3-5 dropped the seat and shot the girl, and he shot her in the head. And then Taj was like, shoot the bitch in the back, shoot the bitch in the back. 3-5 dropped the back seat and he shot the girl. She was still alive. He's like, finish her. So he shot her again.
3-5, police knew, was Chris's street name. Still, something wasn't quite right.
The hell is 3?
After getting this far, the police were not willing to accept anything short of the full truth.
Now, Reaper, Rob, there's a lot of similarities that are overlapping here, but there's definitely a discrepancy that Rob told us about what happened to the person in the trunk.
They're trying to make him the shooter, right? Yeah, that's what y'all leaving out. I mean, be honest. Be honest.
That's what,
all being honest here, just be honest. Is he
that's
the
what they
shooter?
saying.
That's what they're saying? That's all y'all gotta do. That's all you gotta do is just say that. I mean, stop going around it.
I can tell you that he is not. You, Chris, are not being blamed for those people in the front seat.
Oh,
yeah. In the back seat is what the trunk. It's the one that
we have some issues with the trunk.
I'm gonna keep it real about.
Tell us.
Be honest, baby. It's okay.
It's cool, bro. I know you ain't trying to be in this.
So much better.
That's sad, bro.
So much better once you talk about.
It's sad, bro, because these dumbass niggas want to put this little boy in a situation.
What?
He 12 years old.
He's tell me. Say it. Just say it.
He said, if I ain't do it, you gonna kill everybody I know.
So tell us what you did.
He said, AJ, you gonna kill everybody I know.
Yeah. Who made you do it? Who is it?
Rob.
Rob made you do it?
Yeah.
He said he gonna kill everybody you know. Well, who is the X-Man?
I don't know who that is.
Now, did you...
Just calm down.
Yet again, Rob said something different. Before his mom left the station, he had shared this information.
Taj made him kill the person, or he was gonna kill 3-5.
Mm-hmm. Is that what he said? He told him.
He told 3-5, you don't kill this girl, I'm gonna shoot you in your head.
Let's go on here. He said that he was gonna kill. He would kill everybody you know.
I believe the little boy.
Tell me about what you did.
That it was Rob that told him to do it too.
I think I shot the girl. I don't know where it was, but and then he came up and shot her too.
Okay.
Who did?
Rob.
Okay. So when you shot her, what gun did you use when you shot her?
The ex dude gave me the sky.
If Chris used Taj's firearm, that would explain why they only found 2 weapons during the search warrant. This brought up another question, though, which the detectives had addressed with Rob and his mom.
So that's my concern here, is that you said that Taj was pretty much orchestrated this and was concerned that 3-5 would snitch on him.
So he made him 3-5 do that.
But you
meanwhile, they in there snitching on each other.
Taj
nigga ain't have no involvement in nothing.
He just told me, if you snitch, I'm gonna kill you.
With his mom
He
there,
definitely
Rob
said
insisted that he was innocent. Now that she was gone, though, the police hoped he might be more forthcoming.
I honestly don't think you're a cold-blooded killer. I know Taj, I've dealt with him, and I've dealt with you. And there's a reason I wanted to talk to you. Because I don't think you're that dude. I don't think you're a cold-blooded killer. Taj, I don't know anything about 3-5. I've never met him. But I'm telling you that when the evidence says that you were there and that you shot someone, there is no explaining that.
Evidence is going to tell you that I'm there, but all I can tell you is that I didn't shoot nobody.
Did you shoot Layla?
No.
Because I got information that somebody that was in their car had a thing for Layla, and he couldn't do it. So somebody else did it.
No.
Okay?
No, that's not true.
Your brother's talking. Is there any reason
He talking about Taj?
why he would be telling people that you shot one of those people if you didn't do it?
Police likely used this as a tactic to get Rob to talk and hopefully reveal the truth. Perhaps this was how Amy knew Camille was deceased before the detectives contacted her. In Chris's interrogation room, his mother struggled to come to terms with what he'd done.
It's sad, bro.
That's dead, boy. What the No, this is a homicide. This is 3 people dead. This is some shit that's serious.
You gonna kill my family? What I was supposed to do?
That's why.
I understand. Well, that's what we were trying to tell you from the beginning.
Chris, take it. Now, Chris,
I can't even.
Take a deep breath.
I can't even blame little homie for crying. Like,
now listen to me.
Can't.
When you say that someone threatens your family and threatens you, I need to put it in the report. Take a deep breath.
Please tell me what am I supposed to do?
Chris's mom didn't have an answer to that. She asked one of the detectives if she could step out for a moment to compose herself.
No, he know where I live, and he knows my whole family. He was gonna kill my whole family.
Are you talking about Reaper? Or are you talking about Stavo?
Reaper.
I think named Stavo or X-Man.
Let's talk about X-Man real quick. I think you know who X is, and I think you're scared of him. Rightfully so.
Yep. That's exactly what it is.
Okay.
They both said that? Did they ever point a gun at you or anything like that?
Yeah.
Who pointed a gun at you?
The X-Man. He was like, don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. I'm gonna kill you, then I'm gonna kill your mom.
Rob also told the detectives that he and Chris were in serious danger at the time of the crime.
Let me tell you something about Taj. Taj tell you he finna do something, and you decide not to do it with him, then I probably would have died with them.
So were you afraid of Taj that night? Because
if I did not do what Taj wanted me to do, I would have died that night with them.
Taj is that bad a dude?
Bro,
Taj, on the other hand, claimed Rob always planned to let him take the blame.
If anything, if one of us go down to anything, and Todd, it was you. You did it. Everything. You did it. Legit. You shot everybody in the car. It was not me. If he got caught up, then then he was gonna go find my mama. The whole night I did not have a gun.
Rob continued with his story, claiming that he only participated out of fear.
Did Taj tell you to put the gun to somebody?
But Taj told me he told me he gonna kill Sosa. He wanted me to shoot Layla, and then he wanted 3-5 to shoot the girl in the back. I told him I didn't want to do it. Told me if I didn't do it, he was gonna kill me.
You hold the gun to Layla's head?
Yeah, but I tried to shoot it, but it clicked. I tried to shoot, but it clicked. I didn't have it cocked back. I tried to shoot it, and it clicked twice, so then Stavo just did it itself. That's why.
Running around with their guns not cocked is crazy.
Wasn't listen. I'm telling y'all the truth, and y'all still think I'm lying. What I'm supposed to do, bro?
Okay. So how long before he actually pointed the gun, he told you to shoot Layla?
We was already in the car. He put it in his notes, showed me, and then deleted the note.
When was that in the night? How early? How much before?
No, that was right before it happened.
Did you shoot that girl in the trunk?
In the trunk?
Yeah. Like I said, I wasn't there.
3-5 shot that girl in the trunk.
Still, the police suspected something was being left out.
Was she still moving after you shot her?
He said she was still breathing or something.
Mm-hmm. Who said that, X-Man or Rob?
Did you shoot the girl once or did you shoot her twice? I mean, it doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah, it don't matter.
I shot her once and he shot her again.
Chris was talking about Rob. Thankfully, the police were finally getting somewhere with him, too.
You shot her once.
How many times did you shoot her?
Once.
You shot her once? Where'd you shoot her?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do. There ain't no question. There ain't no question where she was shot. You talk about one end to the other.
Yeah.
Where'd you shoot her?
Just shot, bro. I seen her and I shot.
Why?
I thought you didn't kill nobody.
Because she was still alive. She was
going to
kill
nobody, nigga.
We was all going to go to jail for life. I didn't want to do nothing.
You going to jail for life
if
now?
I didn't kill that girl, Stavo was going to kill me. I swear to God. I'm looking at her in her eyes. She's dead.
Finally, the truth came out. Ballistics reports comparing shell cases found at the scene to the firearms found in Chris's house indicated a match. Whether or not there was a third shooter remained to be seen.
Are you sorry for what happened?
I did not want it to happen. I never wanted that to happen. I never wanted to kill anybody. I never wanted to shoot anybody. I never wanted any of that to happen. I just wanted to get a little bit of money.
The detectives made one last effort with Taj.
People already ended up dead because
niggas turned a robbery into a murder, bro, over some little money. This is why these ain't street niggas, bro. These niggas be crash dummies, bro. These straight crash outs.
No, not my craziness. It's not my craziness.
Were you going to rob them and it was either you had to do what you had to do or a finger slipped and it scared everybody in the car and then it's too late at that point.
Yeah, I feel you, but
that makes more sense than the story that they're telling that you planned to kill these people.
They planned to do that, bro.
That from the beginning of the night.
I didn't shoot no gun.
We talked to Rob and we talked to Chris for hours. For whatever reason, one of them was more afraid of bringing you into the middle of this than they were Rob. So for that story that Rob's this guy that's, threatening everybody or his people threatening people or your people, I just don't see that.
But Taj remained stalwart, insisting that he had never used a firearm that night. The detectives hoped that unpacking one final secret could be the key to determining the truth about his involvement. They turned back to Rob to accomplish this. Like Chris and his mom, Rob was also given a jacket to keep warm in the cold police station. But he used it in a less typical way. Even as he tried to get comfortable in the interrogation room, one of the detectives returned to unpack a final secret to try to pull the case together.
The KTM, what exactly, what is it that you guys do? What is it?
These niggas in there got
Like a
they.
gang? No. It's the first time we did something for real.
Now, how they know about this already then?
People like consider themselves a part of KTM.
She was me, Gustavo, 35.
Rob's list went on, but he only had nicknames for most of the KTM members, not their real names. Notably, Michael, Layla, and Camille were not included.
Exactly, they were not included in this.
Chris was somehow even less willing to give up the details of KTM.
What's the deal with the KTM thing?
Like KTM.
Huh?
Come on, little bro. You already know, bro. This tail, bro. They already know, bro. You already know.
I know Reaper has the tattoo.
He got it tatted on him.
Cutthroat? Cutthroat mentality? Does that sound right? What exactly is that?
Sad, bro.
Like just a made-up gang name, or?
One of Michael's close friends eventually came forward, provided the police would keep his identity anonymous, and confirmed that KTM was indeed a gang. His description of their activities was chilling.
Their mentality is a mentality that they'll do anything to you and not give a fuck.
Just to get the money?
Yes, that's what they
Just
did.
to get the money. Just to get what they want, basically.
With that, the detectives had all the information they needed to move forward with the case. It had taken 8 hours each to get the truth from Rob and Chris. The detectives stepped out, leaving Ashley and Chris alone for a few moments.
Listen, baby. Listen. It's not over.
Yes, it is.
It's not over. It's not over. You just better pray and hope that the gun that you shot her with wasn't a murder weapon.
Ashley also had some devastating news to deliver that was sure to upset him further.
I'm gonna go to jail. So when I leave him, I'll talk. That's because I got a warrant. So I'm gonna go.
She got a warrant. Now she gotta go to jail.
I'm gonna try to get out of this. When I get out of here, I'm trying to get you home.
Ashley had a warrant out for her arrest, and in order to be with her son while he was interrogated, turned herself in to police. She was charged with possession of cocaine and methamphetamine and taken to county jail. Chris, Rob, and Taj were all taken to juvenile detention, and on May 15, 2023, a grand jury indicted all 3 boys. Preparations began to take the case to trial, where they will be tried as adults. Taj and Rob are both facing 3 counts of murder in the first degree because, tragically, Layla did not survive her injuries. She passed away just days after Camille's body was discovered. Taj also has been charged with robbery with a firearm, tampering with evidence, tampering with an electronic monitoring device, carjacking while armed, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and grand theft auto. Rob had a similarly long list of charges in addition to 3 counts of murder, including armed burglary, grand theft of a firearm, petty theft, robbery with a firearm, and tampering with evidence. Chris, meanwhile, was only charged with 1 count of murder for Camille, whom he admitted to shooting while she was in the trunk. The other charges against him were dropped, including grand theft of a firearm and burglary. However, he's now facing an additional charge of battery after getting into a fight while incarcerated. Currently, all 3 boys have entered pleas of not guilty, but the trial is ongoing. What the court finds and how justice will be served for Layla, Michael, and Camille remains.
Man, rest in peace to them 3 victims, man. Like I said, bro, they crashed them, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro, this crash dummy shit, they didn't turn the robbery into a murder, bro. Like, why do y'all do that, bro? And then, like I said, you done got this 12-year-old boy wrapped up in it. Now he done caught another charge for battery in jail. Like, I'm trying to tell you, bro, this street shit ain't for what it is, bro. Like I said, you see how they got when they got behind them 4 walls. But like I said, y'all hit that like and subscribe button for me, man.